Throughout this Jubilee year of mercy, we have been renewed in our reflection on the mercy of God. When we, the people of God, open our hearts to receive the loving mercy of God, we are then moved to express and share that same mercy with others. We truly become witnesses of the mercy of God. Pope Francis proclaims, "Mercy is the Lord's most powerful message." Our Holy Father is calling on each of us to proclaim this message boldly through words and actions, that we are witnesses of mercy to the world. Indeed, we are called to be attentive to moments all around us where we can be witnesses of Christ's call to be merciful, just as the Father is merciful. In our diocesan video series, we continue our reflection on the call to respond to the needs of others through the corporal works of mercy. This month, we focus on two more corporal works of mercy: visit the sick and visit the imprisoned. These two works help us to remember to love without limits. Pope Francis reminds us of this saying, "Jesus loves us without limits, always, until the end." The love of God for us doesn't have limits. There's always more, always more. He never tires of loving anyone. It can take a tough skin to visit those kept away in prison, or to visit the sick in moments of distress and pain. But there is no doubt blessings flow from these two experiences of faith. Jesus affirms these works of mercy in Matthew chapter 25, verse 36, when he said, "I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison and you came to me." There are many ways in which you can be involved in ministering to the sick. In times of illness, we need reminders of God's presence of love and mercy. Powerfully, this can be done at the local level by serving as an extraordinary minister of Holy Communion to the sick and homebound.
Well, we begin with just being Eucharistic ministers, and then when we were asked to be homebound, and we thought it was just a very humbling thing to do. So when we had the opportunity, and once we got started, we realized how beautiful it is and how much joy it brings us to take the Eucharist to the sick and to have that time with them and to make them a part of the community. It's just a very honorable thing to do.
We are called to be servants of God, and we have talents that we can give to the community. And so we're very blessed that we're able to share our talents to those in need and those who cannot come to Mass. That way they can feel part of the family, part of the community, and not feel left out.
Well, it makes me feel so much a part of the church and the people that are in it, and that I know it just seems like family.
I feel very privileged to be part of the extraordinary ministers to take Holy Communion to the sick, because we have to participate in the church and to help to spread the gospel.
If you are interested in being a Eucharistic minister to the sick and homebound, contact your local parish to see how you can be trained and get involved. Additionally, you can check with local hospitals or nursing homes to ask about their policies and procedures for volunteering your time. As people of faith, we can forget that those imprisoned are seeking the same mercy that we seek from God. It is in this corporal work of mercy we have the opportunity to share God's mercy with those who many times are forgotten or disregarded by our society. Sharing our Catholic faith with boys and girls in juvenile facilities and with men and women in jails or prisons may give them the new beginning or reminder of God's mercy they so desperately need.
All of us are being sought out by the teacher who wants to help us resume our journey. The Lord goes searching for us all. to give us His hand. It's painful when we see prison systems which are not concerned to care for wounds, to soothe pain, to offer new possibilities. It is painful when we see people who think that only some others need to be cleansed, purified, and do not recognize that their weariness, pain, and wounds are also the weariness, pain, and wounds of society as a whole.
If you are interested in prison ministry, contact the Office of Restorative Justice at the Pastoral Center to begin the journey. There is no better time than in the year of mercy to extend a merciful hand to those most in need, especially those who are sick or imprisoned. Be not afraid to respond to the call to be a witness of the mercy of God. Never tire of proclaiming God's gift of mercy.